Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 9 Questions with Stephan. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, my guest is an actor, producer, director, motivational speaker, and stage actor, Rodney Damon Collins. Rodney, thank you so much for being on the show today. I really appreciate it.
Hey, Stephan, thanks for having me, man. It's a privilege. It's an honor to be here, man. Let's do this.
All right. How did you get into acting?
Well, when I was younger, I've always had a desire for acting when I was a kid. When I was a senior in high school is when I really started getting involved with it. I was in the running for, like, the top 5 and, I guess, the most popular guys in my high school. And there was something similar to the homecoming that we had, the Sadie Hawkins dance. So we had a little contest during that time, and it's called Superfella. And in order to promote yourself, you had to either put a campaign on or, you know, go around and get people to vote for you, do some other things. Well, what I did is I put together my own skit. I wrote it. I directed. It was my first comedic skit.
That's awesome.
And it was basically a spoof on, at the time, was the Arsenio Hall show.
Oh.
So I had a really good time doing that.
Well, that's awesome.
That's when I really started writing and directing.
Awesome. And you just took off from there. That's fantastic. I know a lot of people, they kind of start when they were in high school or college, and it's great. I think it's great to start early. So kudos on that.
Hey, thank you.
And when you started, did you start doing stage acting first? Because you're very prominent stage presence.
Actually, no. You know what? It's a natural gift that I have. Ever since I was young, I've been able to speak in front of large groups and be comfortable with it. So I really started at my church, kind of just being involved and just speaking, like, in different things that was going on as a kid. And then I was involved. I actually was involved in a few plays for my church, which actually helped me grow a little bit. But mainly it was just public speaking.
And I know public speaking it is a gift and a skill that not many people have. And I just find it impressive, so impressive when somebody has that ability to just project like that in front of a large audience. So I'm glad that it was able to help you, and especially in front of, on stage, in front of live audiences.
On stage acting, to me, it's my favorite because, one, there's no retakes.
Mm-hmm.
So you come in there, you have your game face on, and your character comes alive before a live audience. And we always have a thing, like whenever we do a play, is that we have different cover-up signals that if a person forgets a line, they'll say this, say that, and then you just keep it rolling. And it makes it so organic. I love stage acting. It really helps you sharpen your skills as an actor. I recommend anybody who wants to become an actor to do stage acting as well.
That's awesome. I love stage acting too. Would you say that improv is important in all forms of acting?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, if I was to prioritize improv, I would put it up there number 1.
I agree personally.
Thank you. You have to be able to think quickly on your feet.
Exactly.
As an actor, you can't always have that script in front of you. If you forget the line, you got to know how to still move with it so it can still flow with the scene. It's oftentimes the improv is better than the written stuff sometimes.
I agree. Sometimes I couldn't agree more. Sometimes when I find out that an actor or an actress in a scene that I like did a fantastic line or a take, and I find out it was improv, it's like, well, that's awesome. Thank goodness the director ran with it.
Yeah, and and there are a lot of good directors out here who recognize that when they love their work, writers and directors, but also they can recognize, hey, this looks better than what I even wrote, so let's go with it.
Exactly. And your first television appearance, I believe, was actually on a game show. What was that like? That's awesome.
It was pretty cool. The TV show was Let's Ask America with Bill Bellamy, comedian and actor. He was the host of that show. And it was just a lot of fun because it was a trivia type show, and I usually do well with trivia.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it all the way to the final round, and I didn't win it. But what happened was I developed a relationship with the producers on the show and a few other people, and that kind of really got me rolling with pushing towards television acting.
Awesome. Would you say you have any favorite projects on television that you're currently working on or have done in the past?
My favorite one is my character is Dr. Watson on a Amazon TV show, Chosen Kin, Kin, Origins. It's a superhero show.
Awesome.
Original superhero. It's not affiliated with DC or the Marvel Universe. It's a really cool show. It's about 3 superheroes who grew up together, but as they became adults, they started identifying these powers. They're trying to understand what exactly they should be doing with them. There's an impending invasion coming towards Earth, and my character knows the origins of the heroes as well as I know what's happening as far as the impending danger that's coming to Earth. My character runs an organization, kind of like, I guess you would kind of liken me to like a Nick Fury type.
Oh, that's awesome.
Except I don't have the patch and, not yet. My character hasn't that type of look yet. But, nobody can do Nick like Samuel L. Jackson, man. He's killing that role.
Oh, yeah, he is fantastic. But I guarantee you, when I watch you in this role, I bet you're going to be fantastic.
I feel pretty good about him.
Awesome. Well, that's great. It sounds like a super fun, super original show, and I think a lot of people are going to respond really positively to it. Your role sounds fantastic. I love those leader roles, organization leaders. But when you do stage as opposed to film or television, what would you say is the biggest difference between the two mediums?
From my viewpoint, I would say that you only get one take with stage. And so you really have to be sharp and ready to go. There is no like, oh, I forgot the line. Can we do this again? No, because the audience paid to see a great show. And
exactly.
lastly, they want to do is see an actor on stage talking about, oh, I forgot this line. Can we do this again? So that's the biggest difference for me.
Would you happen to have any advice maybe on that for people in stage or on television, or maybe people aspiring to be there?
Well, the way I look at it is, first of all, you have to train.
Yes.
A lot of times, we're such a microwave generation where we want things and we want them now.
Yes.
Where we don't understand that in order to build muscles, you have to get in the gym.
Yes.
You have to work out. You have to eat the right food. The same thing as an actor. You have to get into the gym for an actor is taking classes. The gym for an actor is getting involved with indie projects. And sometimes you may have to take a job that pays little or nothing, but the pay is in the experience. And you can't, come out saying, well, I have to make this certain amount of money with each job. I think an actor needs to walk in humility. You know your value, but you also understand the big picture, that I have to be able to put in the work to pay my dues. And oftentimes we don't want to pay our dues.
Well, I have to agree, though. That is excellent. I think humility in this industry is really important because there is a lot of hard work that goes into being an actor and performing. So it's really important to kind of just know where you came from, know how you started, know there's other people who are going to start there and be at your level too.
It's so important. And another thing I could say, Stephan, is that never believe your own press clipping. It's so important that you don't be a diva or a diva on set. You be a team player. Being a team player goes much further. A director, producer, they want to work with actors who are friendly, who are having fun, and who are not showing up saying, oh, if I don't have this in place, then I'm not working today.
Right.
We're human. So certain times things are forgotten. You got to show people a level of grace and say, you know what, I understand that. So like this, for me, I love to have like hot water with ginger root, lemon, and honey. And I've just learned now, I'll just make my own and just bring it to set because everybody doesn't think about getting like fresh root, ginger root.
Exactly.
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 So I just said, let me just own this part, let me just bring it with me and just make sure I have the certain things that I need to prepare. And if they have it there when I get there, that's just a bonus. But I think it's very important that we own our career. Also, when it comes to working with agents and managers, very important because as actors, we kind of put it on our managers a little too much and say, well, my manager or agent, they're not getting me in this room, they're not getting me in this audition, they're not getting me in this, and we forget. They get paid 10 to 15% of the work. We get 80% plus. And we have to remember, if we're getting paid that much, we need to be doing just that much or even more of the work.
That is one of the best outlooks and some of the best advice I've actually heard from somebody who I'd interviewed, because I just want to say you have this down and you have just such a great attitude about the work that you do, and you're fantastic.
Well, Stephan, I appreciate the love. I really do, man. But, what brought me here is life, my life experiences. I'm very grounded at this point in my life. I've been married 23 years.
Oh, congratulations. Really, congratulations.
Thanks, man. 2 great kids in college. I've traveled abroad, helped build schools in Africa. I have my first book coming out on Amazon March 15th. Yeah, and a lot of life experience has helped prepare me to be a better storyteller.
Awesome.
And I think that's another thing we don't do as actors. We want to jump on that stage and be seen so quickly when oftentimes, live a little bit, go experience life a little bit before you come into the entertainment industry.
Could you share a little bit about your book? That sounds very interesting.
Sure. Yeah, the book is entitled Shattered, A Journey Through the Pieces. And it's an incredible story. It's available on pre-order right now on Amazon Kindle.
I'll link it in the description of my video.
Oh, well, thank you. And then the paperback will be available for pre-order at the end of this month, and then the full release is March 15th. The stories that I tell from my life, I experienced a lot of heartbreak. But that heartbreak, what it did is it helped guide and direct me to what I'm doing for the rest of my life. It took time for me to break a lot of eggs to make this beautiful omelet that I'm living. And that's what I shattered. It does, when you experience something in life that just hurts you and breaks you, that's a shattering experience. How do you recover from that? What steps do you take? What's the good? Can you pull out good things from that? And I've been able to do that. And so that's why I wanted to share my story at this time. It's not an autobiography. I think that'll be coming later in life. I do want to write fiction books as well, but I was just compelled by my manager and my mentors to really share this story right now. So that's what it took me 2.5 years to write the book, and it's not a novel, so it's not super long. It's a good, quick read for somebody to be encouraged to go out there and get it and live and understand that when you experience heartbreak or a shattering experience, that it doesn't break you completely. It's okay to be broken because you can be put back together again.
Yes. Well, that is fantastic. I think so many people are going to respond so well to that book, and it sounds amazing. And your outlook on life and your career it's perfect for this book. And I personally am actually excited to check it out and read it. So thank you. Thank you for sharing about it.
I appreciate that. I think you'll enjoy it. And I wanted to live my life. I want to live the rest of my life helping to change people's lives for the better.
Awesome.
And that I really firmly believe that's my purpose, is that I know my why every single day.
And it looks like we have reached the final question. So thank you for this fantastic interview. And would you happen to have any closing words or upcoming projects you would like to or can talk about at the moment?
I have a couple upcoming projects, but due to the
those NDAs,
you can't really describe the character. You can't really go into depth.
I understand.
But I can. This is how they can find out, though. My Instagram, if they want to follow me on Instagram, and it's Rodney Damon Collins. It's very easy to find. You can link that in there as well. That's the way. If they follow me on Instagram and also my IMDb. That's when you'll see the credits start coming up. But I have some pretty cool projects coming up.
Awesome.
And and then pilot season's coming around. It's right around the corner.
Yes.
It's pretty much here. So, every actor in LA is happy about pilot season.
Yes.
It represents some golden opportunity.
It's springtime for nature and springtime for great television.
Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is.
Well, thank you so much. This has been a fantastic interview. You are an incredible, inspirational, and motivational person.
Well, Stephan, thank you very much, and I would love to come back again in the future and share more.
Excellent.
And if I can give any final advice to anybody,
Of course.
is to learn to be present. Present. Be present in life. For each and every moment is a gift. We all have problems. We all have concerns, whether it's money, whether it's health, whatever. But what I've learned to do is to be present in every moment of life, because it's a true gift. And when you're present, you don't miss out on beautiful things. There are so many things that help you just appreciate what you have.
Excellent. Well, and thank you again. That was amazing. And I think my audience is really going to love and appreciate everything you had to say. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in once again to 9 Questions with Stephan, and I will see you on the next episode.